going on, everyone? Dr. Josh Hans here for Lifestyle Locker Radio. This is the Race to 100, episode 14, and this is the last one before the true race, the 100-mile ultra marathon that I'm doing next week. So this is episode 154 of Lifestyle Locker Radio. As you know, I like to start off all of these with a quote. So I'm just looking off to the side of, to the side of the camera here, and here's the quote for the day. Trust the wait. Embrace the uncertainty. Enjoy the beauty of becoming. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. And let me share this with you. As you can see, I'm in this beautiful setting here. I'm actually in Penn State. I'm actually just outside Penn State. And this is a campground. This is our little cabin we're staying in. I mean, I couldn't even park my pickup truck in this thing. And it's kind of like would fit a smart car in it. So if it's me, Meredith, and my dog Gunner, they actually just went for a walk because they knew I was recording. Maybe they didn't want to be in the video, but nonetheless, I love them and excited that we're on this little mini journey. So this week in training was an interesting week. So Monday started off Jewish holiday, right? I worked half a day in the morning, headed out to Brooklyn to be with my family, where we have our last meal before we fast, right? We're supposed to fast for 25 hours. And let me tell you this. You know, I didn't eat that well that night. I mean, I started off okay, but I'm eating things I'm not normally eating. So I had fried chicken, chicken breasts and a couple other things. And then I ended off, they had a chocolate babka, which was dessert, which is loaded with sugar, probably all crappy oils that are inside it and all sorts of stuff. And I know better. I know better. But what happened was, yeah, that was my finish to the night. And I fast the next day. And I told myself, since I am training, I'm not giving up water. I'm going to still have water, but I won't have any food for the 25 hours. I woke up feeling pretty good. A little mild, dull headache. But as the day went on, I ran that morning. And Tuesday morning, I ran, I think it was like 1.7 with Gunner. I did a small run with Gunner. I did a 7.1 at the gym, which is a pretty fast pace, that same day. And that night, holy cow, like it felt like hell hit me. I had water. I've been having water all day, but I felt like hell. Headache started to get really strong. I figured the exercise would be good for me. I'm sure it was. Help push some of those toxins through. But that night, you know, we break the fast, and normally you get to eat some awesome food. The Jewish holiday, when we're breaking fast at ours, they call it dairy. Even though they call eggs dairy, they call tuna fish dairy, they call whitefish salad dairy. Even though they're not dairy, that's just think like deli type things. So not meats, but like cream cheese is dairy. We had something called farmer's cheese, which is pretty awesome actually, which has like radish and cucumber and other things in it, which are out of this world. I didn't even get to have this. So I had and we normally have bagels, right? So I had a bagel. My favorite thing is eggs and onions. My uncle usually makes, and my aunt usually make extra for me. You know, I can sit and house down like 6-8 eggs. They're scrambled eggs with fried onions in it, and they're to die for. They're simply out of this world. So sit down, I have a smidgen, just like a small amount of the eggs and onions on a half a bagel, and then holy crap, my headache really kicked in. And it started to get worse. So I'm like, you know what, let me see if I keep eating it, if it gets a little better. So I had a little more, had half a bagel, another half with some scallion cream cheese, which was homemade scallion cream cheese, so lots of fresh onions in there, and then salt, pepper, the whole 9 yards, and some lox on there as well. So I sit down. I had to get on the couch, right? So I get on the couch. I believe, I'm trying to think if I got adjusted that night or not. I think I may have got adjusted during the day in the office before, or actually, right, I got adjusted in Brooklyn. I got adjusted at the house because I felt like crap. And so after being on the couch, after breaking the fast, it's like 8:30 p.m. I said, we got to tap out. We got to get out of here. My two nephews, or actually my one nephew, was going crazy. Jack, the baby, was fine. Connor was fine. But they had to get out, so I said, let's have the opportunity. Everybody's leaving. Let's just follow them out. So we leave, we get home. Meredith actually had to drive home from Brooklyn, which she's normally not doing. And when we get back into Rockland County, it's like an hour and change drive. So it's pushing like 9:30 when we get in the door. I almost had her pull over on the side of the road on the highway for me to throw up. I just, like, I'm not sure if it was the pain, something, the toxicity from the food before, the night before, you know, the lack of caffeine, the combination of many things. Because I normally don't eat anything anyway until about 2 p.m. So 1 to 2 p.m. daily. So for me, it wasn't anything, you know, I don't know. It was odd. It was really odd. So I get home, we get in the door, Meredith goes to one restroom, I go to the other, and I just go, holy cow. I prayed to the porcelain god and just threw up every single thing I ate, maybe even some of the food from the day before. I know it's a long, gruesome story, but nonetheless, felt like garbage. Really felt like garbage. And yeah, it was, I don't want to think about it because I hate throwing up. I haven't done that in so long. And fast forward, you know, so it was Tuesday into Wednesday, not Monday into Tuesday. So Tuesday into Wednesday, and so 8 miles in, eight and change miles in already. Wednesday I feel like garbage. Thursday after throwing up at night, or Wednesday night after throwing up at night, going to the bathroom, had big crap in the morning. So like, everything was purging out of my system. Decided to go for a run. I felt pretty good. I'm like, wow, I actually feel really good. Did a 13.2 and change mile. I think 13.24 was the actual number. Mile. Decent pace. Felt amazing. Felt absolutely amazing. Then I said, you know what? The next day I'm going to add just a couple more miles, 2-3 more miles, depending on how I do. Next day, 15.4. Felt awesome. Felt really good. Even though my Garmin lost GPS connection, so be it. It sucked. But that happened. So, what was I going to say? So 15.4, and then we get to, you know, we leave Friday. I trained today, 15.4 was Friday, and get here Saturday, we leave crack of dawn, you know, early morning to get to Penn State. It's just like a long weekend here. Spent some good time with Meredith and Gunnar and this little, you know, 200 square foot, maybe 100 square foot cabin of ours. Even though the scenery is beautiful, the setting is beautiful, and it's actually nice and quiet tonight as I'm recording this on Sunday. And yeah, we ate a breakfast on Saturday when we got here. We went to a place we frequent called the Waffle Shop. Now, I didn't get waffles, but we got this amazing thing called a nest egg, which is potatoes and vegetables, and I had 3 poached eggs on top, but they load up with cheese. And I'm sure, again, these commercialized oils that are in this stuff, not even thinking, I go ahead and eat this mine, scarf it down. I was very hungry, then eat up half of Meredith's, but she didn't finish hers. And I was going for a run a few hours later, and yeah, that was big. Oh, and I had 2 bowls of vegetable soup with broth. So I ate so much damn food. I'm sure quality was really, you know, negligible. Wasn't that good. I shouldn't say negligible is the right word, but nonetheless, it was not probably very good for me. And I go for a run. I'm cruising along, and holy crap, yeah. Run up the steepest hill I've ever ran, I think, in my life. It was a drivable road, steeper than anything even in our area, which is super, super duper steep. And I get to the top of the hill and I go, oh, my stomach. So I'm having all this digestive shit going on. Had to run down to the bottom, run straight to a bathroom, and I tapped out. So I tapped out like 3 and change miles, and ended up walking a little bit with Gunnar and Meredith around this cool little town called Belfont. And yeah, that was the end of my running week. And I think we did just over 40 miles this week. And then today we decided to go for a great hike. And if you saw my Facebook Live today or on Sunday, shared a little bit about how Meredith's shoes completely fell apart. She got, you know, you've heard of people getting deflopped. Both the soles of both of her hiking shoes actually fell off. It's kind of comical, but she got to experience hiking barefoot practically, you know, with the top of the boot on, but nothing on the bottom. And wasn't the easiest thing, but you know, as fate has had it, it stopped us at just at 3.98 miles. I didn't even look at my watch. I should have walked an extra like 4 steps, but about 4 miles today. And that's my training week. And the the rest of this week is going to be we call walk week. I'm tempted to run a few 5Ks. We'll see how I decide to do, but I had to go out even last night. My legs were so sore, like bad sore. Went out and bought a softball so I can roll out on the cabin floor, and I'll probably share some of the video of that. If you guys haven't checked it out on Facebook Live, there will be some foam rolling or lacrosse balling in the cabin. I'll show you what I'm doing for my legs. So that's it. I hope you're having a fantastic week. Look forward to sharing the following Sunday. I cannot promise that Sunday I will be recording. There may be a car version of this episode, and I may just have to export the audio real quick. There'll be nothing done with video, but we're gonna have post 100-mile last race to 100 recording next week, or possibly the week after. We'll see, so you can hear a little bit of the recovery. So that's it. Have a great one. And my crew is back here. They're right here. They're coming in.
Is your recording gonna sound like, oh?
No, it won't sound like that. But yeah, so there will be some GoPro action probably during the race. We'll record a bunch, and we'll do our best to document everything that we can. Multiple cameras, lots of cool experience. You hear from the crew chief here. So she'll be the crew chief, right? Captain, crew captain, and that's the crew maniac. I'm gonna try to attempt to take him, if they let me, for maybe one loop of the race, overnight to calm him down, give him a little exercise, because I'll be moving a little slower at miles 70, 80, 90 than I will be in the beginning. So that's it. Have a great day, evening, night. We'll talk to you soon on the next episode of Lifestyle Locker Radio. Peace out.